Right. This is our second take. We are doing a hill class today. As we get started, we need to make sure that we're sitting correctly on the bike so that we're not hyperextending the knees. So making sure that you have some softness in the knees here. Make sure that the knees are pointing forward. Sometimes if you're sitting low on the bike, they'll start pointing out wide. We don't want that. So pulling the belly in, shoulders dropping, elbows, and back of the neck is long. And then from here, tucking the chin, rounding up through the back. Feel the stretch in the back of the neck. And another way around, chest up, shoulders back. And then back to center and releasing the right wrist, shoulder. Over to the other side and shake it out. And back to center. Then from here, shoulders drawing down and back. A few times. And then from here, big circles, one arm at a time. This is just to open up through the chest and shoulders. It's easy to collapse when you're sitting on a bike. Over on the other side, big circles. And then pushing off the handlebars here, open up through the chest. It's called a doorway stretch, as if you've got your hands on a door frame. And then back to center. And then any other stretch you need, go ahead and take that. Remember to hydrate. Yesterday, I forgot to bring water down here, so now I'm working off of the emergency water. So I got a whole gallon here. All right, so when we do hills, we're gonna do a combination of sort of, I'm gonna call them easy hills. And then we're gonna do isolation drills / hills, not easy. And then we're gonna do some long hills. So we're doing kind of a range. When we do hill classes, we wanna make sure that we're staying at steady state and above. When we feel like it's too much, we kind of keep coming back to steady state. I'm gonna get started here in just a little bit. We'll touch back on this in a little bit, but when we do those isolation drills, we want to make sure the body's not moving. It's all in the legs. Part of why it makes it so hard. So this class will be about 40 minutes. And if you have a heart rate monitor, it can be interesting to look at that at the end of class and see just how high the heart rate got, what kind of patterns you see. In boot camp yesterday, it was a lot of high cardio moves at the end of each set. So I could see that my heart rate was doing this sort of wave-like motion as we went through the about 8-minute sets. All right, this music is waning here. We got about 40 seconds left. So let's start adding some resistance. We might as well, just a little bit. Just so that you feel that resistance in your legs. All that talk about heart rate, and I forgot to turn mine on here. Let me do that. All right, so we used to work on these bikes at the gym back in the before times where it was color coded. So blue zone was kind of a moderate, and green zone was kind of a, well, maybe easy moderate, and then green was moderate, and then yellow was moderate hard, our steady state. So if you use that color code, here's blue. Feeling pretty easy. All right, let's add a little bit more. So this could be then the equivalent of a green zone or almost. Oh, and every single song here, so let's say you're using a different playlist. Every single song here is 70 RPM. So that would not be useful for example, running, because your cadence would be much faster. But it's helpful, useful for climbing. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So green zone here, almost time to add a little more. All right, let's add a little bit more. Yellow zone. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. All right, the first drill we're going to do now that we're in yellow zone is 30-30s. Now, when we do those 30-30s, we're going to add some resistance, but keep that slow cadence. For the most part today, that's what we do. We just keep this 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Here's 4, 3, 2, 1. Add resistance. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So this should be that feeling in the body, not sustainable. Just a little bit harder. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. On a scale from 1 to 10, if steady state is 7, this is 7 plus. And then bring the resistance back down again, back to yellow zone. We're going to do one more like that. One more. Breathing. All right, let's add resistance here. 30 seconds. All right. In a few seconds, we go back to yellow zone. All right, let's release back down to yellow zone. Okay, we're going to do isolation drills. So the way to think about these isolation drills, sometimes instructors will teach them by coming forward like this. The only thing about that is it's hard on the knees. So I suggest you bring your hips back and just slightly hover over the seats. No touch on the handlebars. 30 seconds. This should be kind of killer on your quads. All right, here we go. Same resistance. Here's 4, 3, 2, 1, and hover. Lift. Same RPM. Maybe arms can come back when you balance. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Light touch. Fight for it here. Here's 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to the seat. 70. Next one coming up. Remember to hover here. Light touch on the handlebars. Here's 4, 3, 2, 1, and hover. Isolation, no movement. Normally I'd be like this, right? Not this time. No movement, just legs. 10 seconds to go, come on, push, 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 push. 4, 3, 2, 1, back down. 30 seconds here. 2 more like that. Woo. Heart rate really goes up there for me. All right, in 10 seconds, third one. Same RPM. In 4, 3, 2, 1, lift. Again, maybe arms back. Keep your balance. Woo. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Almost. 4, 3, 2, 1. And back down. We got one more. Lots of quads work there. All right, here's 4, 3, 2, 1. Out of the seat. Steady, steady, steady. All right, 15 seconds left. Hovering above the seat. Here's 4, 3, 2, 1. Back down. All right, your one and only sort of fake or mock recovery. Drop your resistance by 1. Green zone. We're gonna start with a hill. Every 45 seconds we add resistance. Good time to grab water. One, two, 1, 2, 1, 2. All right, first increase. In 4, 3, 2, 1. Add resistance. At any point, take it out of the seat. If your quads can take it. One, two, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. All right, in 10 seconds, we add again. Now remember, only add as much as you can keep. In other words, if your cadence slows, no more resistance for you. Here's 4, 3, 2, 1, and add. So look how differently I'm riding now. I'm not isolating. I'm letting my whole body move. My hips the least. If I want to dance, I dance with my shoulders, right? But not dancing with my hips. Keep them steady. One, two, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Keep it up, keep it up. We got one more increase. Four, three, two, one, increase. Breathing, breathing. Keep it up, keep it up. Nice work. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Lots of good glutes work here. Keep it up, keep it up. You got this. A few more seconds. Four, three, two, one. Release the extra resistance down to yellow zone. Back to 70s. We're staying there. Woo. Thirties. This time with extra resistance. Don't worry about isolation here. Starting our second wave. We're going to try to get through three. Here's 4, 3, 2, 1. Add resistance. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. That's 7+ feeling in the body. Not something that you can sustain. Certainly for 30 seconds, yes, but not for 40 minutes. One, two, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Here's 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop back down. Back to yellow zone. 1 down, 4 to go. If you're on the same playlist we are, then you're playing I Can't Stop by Flex Pavilion. And we can't stop until we finish class. One, two, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Here's 4, 3, 2, 1, and add that resistance. Pushing here. Nice work. Stay with it, stay with it. Sometimes the hardest drills are the ones that have the least things happen in them. Just stay consistent. Here's 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop back down. Yellow zone. Here's 4, 3, 2, 1. Add resistance. 30 seconds. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Keep it up on that hill. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. And back to yellow zone. One, two, 1, 2, 1, 2. You're seeing how I'm not taking it out of the seat this time? I'm kind of saving my quads for the next drill. All right, one more. Here's 4, 3. Here's 2, 1. Add resistance, last one. You can do this one a little bit longer. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Try not to collapse on your bike, but sort of always keeping that chest open. A few more seconds. 4, 3, and 2, 1. Back down yellow zone. If you need water, grab it here. All right, hovering is next. So 30 seconds in, we lift off the seat. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. All right, in 10 seconds. So no increase in resistance is necessary. This is going to be hard enough. No weight in the handlebars. 4, 3, 2, 1, and lift. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Let's go. 15 seconds left. 1, 2, 1, 2. No movement. Steady, 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 steady. 4, 3, 2, 1. Sit back down. Nice job. 2 more like that. In 10 seconds, we're going to isolate. In 4, 3, 2, 1, and lift. No weight in my arms. I could maybe do a jog. Hands on my back. Ten seconds. Here's 4, 3, 2, 1, and back down. Keep it up, keep it up. All right, last one in 4, 3, 2, 1, lift. No weight. Hover, 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 hover. Isolate. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Keep it up, keep it up. Few more seconds. And here's 4, 3, 2, 1, back down. Woo! All right, our one and only sort of recovery. Drop your resistance by 1. Slow moving hill. Changing every 45 seconds. The end of the second wave. One, two, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. All right. Adding in 4, 3, 2, 1. Add 1 under resistance. Slow incline here. Back to yellow zone. Again, if you want to take it out of the seat, you can. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. All right, next time we add, it'll be like an orange zone, right? Like it's going to be above your steady state. Here's 4, 3, 2, 1, and add. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Keep it going, keep it going. We're gonna add in some more here in just a little bit. Four, 3, 2, 1. Add a little more. Definitely red zone. Keep it going, keep it going. Push, 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 push. We're gonna add some more. Only if you can keep that same tempo. 4, 3, 2, 1. Add if you can. Ride it out. Keep it up, keep it up. Come on, push, push, push. A few more seconds. Down to the seat, release that extra resistance. Back to yellow zone, grab water if you need it. Woo! Third and last wave. All right, 30-30s, extra resistance. Stay in the seat. 4, 3, 2, 1, and add. Add that resistance. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. 4, 3, 2, 1. Back down. This is the easiest of the 3. Enjoy it. 1, 2, 1, 2. Drop your shoulders. Maybe do some head turns. Here's 4, 3, 2, 1, and add resistance. You can take it out of the seat. I'm not going to because we're going to isolate after this. So I'm kind of saving my quads. One, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Here's 4, 3, 2, and 1 down. We got 1 more. Sometimes we squeeze in 4 here, but let's let that be since we're doing 3 of those isolations. 3 waves. All right, here's 4, 3, 2, 1. Add the resistance. 30 seconds. Keep it up, keep it up. One, two, one, two, one, two, one, two, one, two, one, two. And here's 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to yellow zone. All right. Riding there for a little more than 30 seconds. Grab water, towel off. Next one, we isolate. Whew. Maybe you check your distance. 10 miles would not be out of the question here. All right, music starts here. You've got 30 seconds and then we isolate. Try to keep that yellow zone. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. I would call this the home stretch. In 10 seconds. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Here's 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift up. Isolate. No weight in my hands. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. 10 seconds left. 4, 3, 2, 1. Back down. Two more like that. In 15 seconds. Here's 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift it up. Light touch. All in the legs. Isolate, isolate. Halfway there. Almost, almost. 4, 3, 2, 1. Back down. Oh my goodness. Ooh, can I do another one? I hope so. In 10 seconds. Here's 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift up. Last one. It's a total of 10 of these. That's a lot. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Hover, hover, hover. No movement. 4, 3, 2, 1. Back down. Oh my goodness. Ooh. All right. Release back down to green. Last hill. We got 3 minutes, 50 seconds. And yes, grab water. All right, add resistance. You can take it out of the seat or not, your choice. Maybe your quads feel too shot to do that now. Or maybe you have to at some point because it gets too heavy. Finding that balance. Yellow zone here though, so nothing too crazy here. Gradual increase. All right, let's keep adding. We're 1:30 in. See how much I'm moving here. Very different from isolation. I get to use a little momentum. Makes it very different. Treating the body as a symphony as opposed to a solo instrument. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Four, 3, 2, 1. Add resistance. One, two, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Let's go, let's go. Keep it up, keep it up. Almost there, almost there. All right, last increase. Coming up in 4, 3, 2, 1, and add. Less than a minute to go. Fight for it. Keep it up, keep it up. Almost, almost. Four, 3, 2, 1, and release. Oh my goodness, all the way down. Woo. Take your time here. I'm gonna sign off to go teach a yoga class. And that's what I would recommend that you do. Take maybe 2 or 3 minutes on the bike, flush it out, grab water, make sure you feel steady, not dizzy, and then take a yoga class. All right.